we asked one simple question. What's the one thing you'll never pay for on a cruise again? And apparently you had thoughts, not a few. We're talking 79,000 plus views, 10,000 plus reactions, and over 1,000 comments from cruisers ready to name names. Drink packages, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, bingo, priority boarding, the spa, excursions. Basically, if a cruise line charged extra for it, somebody said never again. And then it got weird. For every cruiser calling something the biggest waste of money ever, someone else was right there saying, excuse me, I will not cruise without that. Drink package, waste of money. Also, can't cruise without it. Specialty dining, overrated. Also, favorite part of the trip. Spa, never again. Also, best money they spent. So now we have questions. Were people saving money or just mad about one bad experience? Are cruise extras overpriced, overhyped, or secretly worth it if you use them right? That's what Ship Happens Raw is for. Opening the comments, reading the chaos, laughing a little, disagreeing respectfully, and finding out what cruisers really think. Maybe the smartest cruisers aren't the ones who never spend money. They're the ones who know what's actually worth it. Did the internet get this one right? Join us live for Ship Happens Raw starting now or at youtube.com/catandmatt.
Look like me though.
What? What are you talking about? Good evening, my love. How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Good, good. If you would just stand up for the audience and show everybody what you're wearing tonight.
Would you be nice?
I gotta say, oh, come on. You know I'm gonna say it. You look amazing, and I'm sure. Is it not what this is about? We're not marked for kids anymore.
I didn't know we were ever marked with kids. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, it probably was.
Just saying.
Yep. But before we get started, I am just gonna throw this out there. Before we dive in, we do have about a 60-second announcement. Yes, we do. This is just for you. A lot of you have been asking for months if there was another way to support what we're building besides just watching YouTube. I finally stopped procrastinating. Our Patreon is officially live. Now, before anyone rolls their eyes, let me say this up front. You don't need to spend a dime. Seriously. If all you ever do is show up here every week, comment on our videos, share them with a friend, or even book a cruise with us, you're already supporting us more than you probably realize. Patreon is simply for people who have been asking for that little bit more, a little bit more behind the scenes, more conversation, more access. We've even got a free membership if you just want to follow along. Plus, we have our founding crew and the captain's table if you want to jump in a little deeper. No pressure, no guilt. We just wanted to finally give you an option because so many of you have asked. All right. Announcements over. Let's have some fun.
So is the captain's table me or you?
Being that I am a swabby, it is definitely for you and not for me. Yes, good evening. We got some people there. Hi, Bill, and hi, Will. How are you guys doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. So if you watch the trailer, baby, I have to admit something. I thought I knew exactly what the number one answer was going to be. And I would have bet money on it was going to be drink packages and case closed.
You were so confident, aggressively confident. I didn't even need to ask the internet that. Confident.
So I have one question. One question on our Facebook community. What's the one thing you'll never pay for on a cruise ship again? And apparently, some people have been waiting for years to get this off their chest.
Years. Some of y'all didn't answer the question. You completely unloaded your cruise trauma.
Yep. We got over 79,000 views on this question alone.
Yeah, I think it was like a group therapy session with receipts.
It was crazy.
It was like some of the comments we read.
I had it at 10,000 reactions. It's actually up to almost 13,000. We crossed over the 1 million view mark on Facebook with this question alone. Bill's already saying it. Massage.
Yeah, I won't either. I'm with you, Bill. I will not pay for that on a cruise ship.
One question. One.
Yep.
Some of the answers made some total sense, but some completely shocked me.
There were the answers. Yep. Been there, done that. Haven't actually. I did buy the t-shirt, lesson learned type thing.
Absolutely.
A few of them made me question whether we've been on the same cruise line or are we even sailing on the same planet? I don't know. There were some situations, that's for sure.
I am going to put up this exact same question for the people we have in. What's the one thing you'll never pay for what's the one thing you'll never pay for again on a cruise ship? Just type your number in the chat. 1 for drink package, 2 for specialty dining, 3 for Wi-Fi, and 4 for spa or photos. So we know where Bill's going. We do know
That's off that list for Bill. I wouldn't buy the photos either.
Oh, that's the one. Hi, Trisha. So we put it on our page in a bunch of public groups across Carnival and Royal, NCL, Princess, you name it, it was there. Trisha has already said photos are, what was for? Damn, I forgot already.
You're getting old.
I'm already old. Spa and photos. We're going to show it again. Drink package, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, or spa and photos. We got a couple in there.
Together.
I did. Look at this. Everybody's saying it. Spa photos, right. Spa photos.
So we don't know though, is it the spa or the photos, or is it both?
Yeah. And really, well,
yeah, you just
okay. So I wanted to have 5. Okay. I wanted to have 5 options.
Okay.
There. Okay. But unfortunately, StreamYard only lets me post 4.
So it's technology.
It's not my fault.
Not your fault.
Not my fault. Not my fault. And Will is
just
saying,
FYI, yeah, maybe ganging up and debating the internet, maybe. I don't know.
I agree. We're going to gang up and debate the internet. That'll go well.
I debate everybody, so it doesn't really matter.
You absolutely do. Trisha says, I may pay for spa, but the photos are absolutely too overpriced. Will says both, and welcome into Miss Carol.
Hey, Carol.
So what I would say, some of the comments, and I actually got some for us to take a look at.
Oh, yeah. Fancy here.
I did. This one made me laugh because when I saw it, I was just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Because this is me, right? And it's about the candy store. Okay. I still go in there and get mad after I spend $18.99 a pound. And I laughed my butt off. This one had a sub thread that lasted for about 2 or 3 hours. It was like crazy how it was going on. I was like, yeah, I don't go in there because of the kids. And she's
no, it's because of you. Because this one hit my soul and our wallet because Matt is his inner child wakes up.
And I didn't want to pay $19 for an insulin shot later on during the day. That's part.
Oh, no, you listen, cruise ship candy stores are a scam wrapped in nostalgia.
They are.
I have not seen Laffy Taffy or whatever it was you bought.
Yeah, but saying that, like,
hi, Chris.
I got to put them up. I'll put them up. Trisha or Bill says they're way too overpriced. And everybody's saying hi to Carol. I did take the spa room upgrade for Breeze in August, though. I don't blame you. I don't blame you there because you get I wouldn't put thermal spa as the same as getting massages, right?
Yeah, no, it's
just
not
coming in. Hi, Chris.
It's paying for access to an area versus a service because we often get the thermal spa if it's available on a ship for a variety of reasons, which we might want to do a video on that one of these days. I think
so. Yeah, and I was watching Bill and Scott's live a little earlier tonight, and they were talking about YouTube. And speaking of that, it just really made me think, the reason we made Ship Happens Raw was quite simple. We wanted to take what people were saying over on Facebook and put it here. And then usually we don't agree on it. So it made it for a little bit of fun. Oh my goodness. Are you telling me you can put up?
I just can't respond to chats now. I can see them. I just don't have a little chat box. So I have my iPad here if I want to type anything. So if I keep flipping down, that's why.
And you say the technology is an issue with me.
Yep, I do.
19
set this up for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't $19 for the insulin shot, Chris. It's $19 for the candy in order for me to get
for one piece of candy. So he can get the insulin shot. But I agree with Trish. Oh,
I did. Stop.
Oh, stop.
I guess it is Ship Happens Raw. It wouldn't be that without us going back and forth.
There you go. So Trish, I love Sour Patch Kids. Those are like, I will fight for that if Matt tries to touch them.
She will punch me in the face.
Do not touch my Sour Patch Kids.
Do
Or
not.
my sour Skittles or any sour chewy stuff.
Yeah, that is like fighting words if I do it. I'll
You
be
can stick
sleeping.
to
I'll be in
your
cruise jail
Whoppers,
for a
those
long
gross
time.
things.
I will definitely be in cruise jail for a long time if I touch that. So we just got some more highs. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill,
everyone.
Trisha, Will, and Chris. And of course,
Yeah,
we got
so-
Chris as well.
So if we look at that candy store, it's nostalgia, right? You're like, oh, look at all the different color M&Ms. Look at those cute little gummy bears. The next thing you know, you have spent $47 on sugar that you could have picked up at Target for $6.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe 15 with today's prices, but
And we
Hi,
got
DC.
DC in the house. All right. So I'm going to ask the chat, what's the one cruise purchase you complain about, but buy anyway? I know what mine is. And I'm going to ask you, baby, what's the one thing you always buy, no matter what, and complain about it later on? And if you lie, they'll know it. Thank you, bud.
because you'll tell on me.
I will
think
tell
of
'em.
something actually. I was not really going to answer.
Oh, yes, you're going to
Um,
answer this one. You have to answer.
It's the limited edition stuff. I think when something says it's a limited edition, you're like, oh, your brain goes into, I must have that because you'll never see it again.
Limited edition
Or
stuff.
limited edition flavors because you're like, oh, I got to try.
Oh, I think we're getting
Maybe.
closer. I think we're getting closer because you
But-
do
but,
limited.
okay, so the vacation
said
brand
it.
Danes
So did
Secret
Will.
Goodies,
Nope.
drink
And I'm going to,
package. Oh, drink package. I don't count that as something I regret. You might regret it, but I don't regret it.
so Charlene from Facebook, this was the best comment I saw. Even my friends that drink all day long found it difficult to get value from the package because of the rules. And I'm going to put up some comments here because you can see it. We got Hi DC, and he's saying, I love the background too. It's pretty cool. Trisha's saying hi. Gratuities, Trisha said.
Yeah,
we'll get to
don't get me
that.
started on that one. Matt and I will be here the rest of the hour talking about
DC
that.
knew exactly what it was, the alcohol, and so did Will. See, these guys know you already. They know you. Okay. I bought a $13 bag of Kit
That's like your
Kats at the
Pringles.
airport that I could have bought for $3 at Walmart. So, Chris, we made a video about this a
About
while
Pringles?
back. I paid $14 for dill pickle Pringles
Little
on Harmony.
can. Oh,
Yeah, the little can like this big
snack pack.
on Harmony of the Seas. I was like,
Jones for
I
some
bought it
chips.
anyway. And I almost got a second one.
And that's where that vacation brain is dangerous. It tells you things. It lies to you. It says you deserve this. Calories don't count. Don't worry about that. Calories on the sea don't count. And money isn't real, right? I'm on vacation.
And by the way, DC, they are absolutely the best flavored Pringles there are. If you can find them, get them. You will be hooked and addicted right away. So I prompted this obviously with drink package because I knew they were going to be up at the top. I was surprised because it wasn't the number one answer. I thought it was going to be. Like I said in the beginning, I really thought that drink package was going to be the number one answer, and it wasn't.
I knew drink package would be there, right? And I didn't think it would start like the Civil War.
No, the one that's
Right.
coming up. The one that did is coming up.
But
All right.
this was really the most aggressive comment section, I think.
It really was.
Looking at people were coming in with their spreadsheets, they were doing the math. They
Before
were
you diving far in there, babe, let me show the poll for this one.
oh, sorry.
So drink packages, type your number in the chat, worth every penny, waste of a car payment. That one was for you. Depends on the cruise, or number 4, 2 pina coladas, 1 for each hand. So what's
But
your
like
number?
this, we've had this conversation. It really does depend on a cruise because we are going on one where we're not getting the drink package. We're off the ship more than we're on the ship. And so we're going to take a gamble here and see where we land, and we'll keep you updated. And then we definitely know ones where we're planning to be a little bit more on that party side or the
All
cruise
right.
cruising side.
We haven't announced it, and I know people have been asking, and it's gone around. We shifted our Booze Cruise 1.0. And we are now officially, this is the announcement for everybody out there. We are joining the entire community on 4.0 on NCL Viva in October. So
Going out of Galveston.
going out of Galveston for the 7-day on Viva. We figured we're going to give Viva a try first before our July or June sailing next year over in the Mediterranean and see what it's like. So we all of a sudden became NCL fans.
Don't push your luck there, buddy.
Come on.
No, I think someone quoted me the other day in an article because it was talking about NCL. I should have sent it to you because it says, I never heard where I said Norwegian means no, because that's what they said.
We're going to find out,
Space.
Viva. Let's hope the service lives up to what the ship looks like. And we got some answers. Let's look it up here. Trisha's saying no, but she did say, and I will throw up just for giggles, because, so we know what the answers are. Worth every penny, waste of a car payment, depends on the cruise, or 2 pina coladas, 1 for each hand. And Trisha says, depends on the cruise. Carol, of course, depends on the cruise. I knew this one was coming only because of his live that he did on the ship. Is a rollator, can you get a DUI on a rollator, Chris? I've got to know. Drink
Only
package.
if you're on a legitimate street, could you? But you can get one on a pedaling bike.
He was on the walking track. He was on the walking track. Will says
drunk and
depends on the
disorderly
cruise.
conduct.
Bill, of course, says depends on the cruise. All right, baby, which are you? Tell me.
It depends on the cruise. It really
You are
does.
number 4.
I am not.
Come on. You've always got 2 drinks, 1 for each hand. We get through
I like
that.
to share.
You do not like to share. Remember the Sour Patch thing? You are not
That's
a
just
share.
about Sour Patch Kids. I'll share my drink.
You
And I'll
are a
give more
number
for other
4
people.
all the way. I am a number 2. You knew it was going to be there. It's a waste of a car payment.
Yeah.
So
No.
you don't think so? Come on. Come on. Do we need to go through the drink package math again?
No, because it
Or the
doesn't
vacation.
matter. Because you're all over there doing the math. And I'm like, let's enjoy yourself and have a drink in my hand. Let's just go have fun.
I really
That's
agree.
brains, feeling
I think
eyes.
the biggest one I would say is who actually wins. Is it the cruise line or us?
I don't
and-
know if it's a win-lose situation because it's all about making a
No, it's a win-lose situation.
profit at the end of the day. But whatever we're doing on the cruise ship is to give the cruise line the profit. So I think the house always wins. So cruise ship always wins.
All right. So Carol says NCL and MSC, it's a good value. Carnival and Royal, it's a waste of a car payment. Me and Carol are going to get along a lot on this one. And yes, absolutely. So
But there's a version of yourself on vacation who I think I can drink like I'm still 27. And of course I pay for it. I'm on nope. Not so much.
no, I've helped you to our cabin more than a night or two.
Hey, but you did that when I was 27 too. So that's not a fair assessment.
Okay, but if we're going to be a fair assessment, when you were 27, it was a little bit more fun. Not going to lie.
Don't shush it.
There was
I
always
was in bed as early.
never mind. That's a different type of show. Will
Anyway.
says the cruise line always wins. And Chris is saying cruise line has a hard time making money when I have the drink package. I think they have to make up for it on 3 sailings after.
And
Chris.
depend on what you're looking at when. If you're talking about cash value, of course. However, it depends because sometimes you're not just paying for the alcohol. You're paying not to care. And then you have too much alcohol to not care. Just saying.
There's a reason why most cruise lines have put limits in now. It's you and Chris. And Chris, you're going to be on 4.0, correct? I do believe so. And if so, you and Kat will be, maybe you can get a ride in his basket back to the cabin. That might
On a
be.
vehicle with DDI.
Oh my God, I've got 2 live streams going at the same time. And now my dogs are chasing each other and barking. I'm going crazy. That's what Ship Happens Raw is about, Trish, is just staying calm and never getting heated or okay, that was a lie. All right. Carol says on Royal, you can still order a bottle for your room. And we did that on the girls' trip. That's a great idea.
Or you can bring
Absolutely.
a bottle on.
Not hard out.
No, you can bring a bottle of wine. What was it? You ended up ordering a bottle of wine or whatever that birthday celebration was for me. And then we brought each a bottle of wine on because I prefer white, you prefer red. And then we ended up not drinking a whole bottle of wine in a restaurant. We ended up with 4 bottles of wine in our room and we ended up just giving them away.
That's because you also had the ultimate drink package and
Oh,
two drinks wherever you went.
Yeah,
So quickly, I've got to know in the chat, what is your drink break even number? Do you look at it like that, or do you have a number that you got to hit in order to feel like you've gotten value or your drink package is paid for?
and don't lie. You have to count your bottled water. You have to count your lattes. You don't have to, it's not just how many alcoholic drinks that you're getting. There's other values to it. Because if you look, I think it was the soda package or what the beverage pack, I don't even know what they're called because I look at so many different ships. But the one on Royal, when we were looking at our cruise the other day, we were looking at the one with soda and coffee, the specialty coffees, and we were debating because it was only $30 difference because that's essentially 2 drinks.
Two
Should
drinks.
we get it?
And we knew we were going to
So
2 drinks a day.
you got to balance and look at that. What else are you getting?
For me,
Royal is, I think, more expensive.
For me, it's 5 to 6. I think 5 to 6 a day. And that's a combination because I do have a lot of energy drinks.
Tito's and Red Bull.
And Tito's and Red Bull. Yeah, that is my go-to drink no matter where we're at. Unless we're on NCL, because then I get a Tito's and a Red Bull.
That was
And
funny. And it's not, it just didn't happen one time. It was like everywhere he went.
Everywhere I got a Tito's and a Red Bull. I was like,
Not
no, you
together
can
in
put
the
it in
glass.
ones. And they didn't even give me singles. They were like doubles and triples and glasses full. And I'm like trying to just top it off with a little shot of Red Bull.
They were
Like,
making you were sure you were toast.
I was definitely toast on that. We got a few comments we got to catch up on here. My mother and I have the essential value package. We figured if you subtract the cost of the Wi-Fi, 4 alcoholic drinks per day, plus our specialty coffees and water, it does pay for itself. And Chris, I talk to the bartenders and get doubles and tall glasses. Smart guy. So when you're on NCL, just don't ask for them separate because apparently they're going to give it to you. And RC, you can order the hard stuff. It's expensive, but less than the drink package. And we have Danny in the super mod. Hi, Danny. Thank you for coming in. So the next one I do want to talk about, because I was really surprised. Well, I wasn't really surprised at this one. There were a lot of comments, but I'm going to throw this one up on the screen. The worst manicure I've ever had and the most expensive. Never again.
And I did not post that, but I could have because that was terrible. That one I will never do that again. Because I had a chip nail from my one from before because we had the extra days in Miami, and then we like go freshen up, and it lasted through dinner. I don't know, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, but I gotta say, bad service does happen. No matter what, it does happen.
It does happen, but if it's expensive, you remember it forever.
I agree.
And you're telling the same story at Thanksgiving 10 years from now, or like today, we're retelling the story. That bad manicure is not a good one.
Yeah, so it depends because we do the thermal spa on almost every cruise we go on. And not because we want to go in the spa. There is some health considerations that go in. It really helps you. So there is a lot of value there for us. But I got a lot of stuff on spa treatments. You
got bad manicures, you got overpriced facials, you have people that got burned with chemical pills, which you really need to know what their services you're getting. Part of that, I think, is a consumer issue. You get pushy upsells. You know me, I will tell them straight out of the gate that I will not pay a gratuity or give them a tip if they try to sell me anything after I do a service. And once they open their mouth and start, I pull it. I won't tip them.
So Danny says the only time I paint my fingernails is for a wedding, or other than that, I don't paint my fingernails. I'm going to let you know, Danny, I don't either. I don't paint my fingernails.
He will paint his toenails for cruise ships before he has.
I will. I will. I will get a manicure and get my nails done because I want to be that guy on the beach.
Because if not, he scares young children with pterodactyl claws.
This is not that type of show. This is
We're
not
talking about
that type
children.
of show. What are you talking about? Anyway, the very first question, and we saw it here, was number 4, was the spa and the photos. And I have got to agree. I thought it was because I was a content creator that I really didn't look at the photos because they're way overpriced. I do a better job than most of them anyway. And I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. But it lit a fire. Everybody was talking about it, and it was talking
You
about it
got-
here.
Chris commenting here that the number of drinks it takes for the package, he looks at the total number of adult drinks it takes to pay for it and track it. About 7-day cruise is 49 drinks in 7 days. And I get that number by the start of third or fourth day.
Come on, Chris. I think you're there before embarkation is over, before sail is even started. Right?
And I don't understand the whole photo thing because I agree with you. I don't like the photos. They take 110 pictures of you getting on the ship at the different ports or getting off the ship at the different ports. And exactly 0 actually look good. I think we've gotten 2 out of the last how many cruises? But
Again, I think I take better photos than
I agree.
Yeah. But
Let's don't talk about art auctions. I remember our first cruise, you were going to buy something on the art auction. I'm like, don't do it.
yeah, we did. And we almost got that. and
Then you
like,
did. I'm like, don't.
we hit the port and you looked it up and it was like 8 times the price and there was no exclusivity. And I was just like, okay, I think I just got scammed. Right.
He got free champagne though.
I did get free champagne. And we didn't have the drink package on that cruise. So that was worth it. All right. I don't trust most of the spa services. I am not getting an
Oh
infusion. of
no, I
any
don't know
kind.
what the heck is in those bags. You're not
Mm.
that. I don't blame you, Trisha.
I have thought about it for you on some mornings
Oh no.
because you are one heck of a grouchy bear. So Carol says the thermal spa is worth it, especially when I cruise solo. It's all about me. Absolutely. That the thermal spa, if you guys haven't done the thermal spa, what I would say is give it a try at least once. It is the best part of our day, I think.
Yeah.
Right. And Chris, of course, came in and said, on a good one, Matt, it could happen. And he's talking about the drinks before
The port day, yeah, embarkation day.
Yep. And then Trisha, my cousin got a photo package on one of the cruises. So I have some pics from that cruise. They were okay, but they really weren't special. All right. I didn't mention this one. And DC says the spa upsells because he's with us on that. I know Jen's in the spa a lot. The jewelry. We got a
You used it
lot of-
without watch until I did research.
Yes, I was gonna buy it. Like, woo, it's a tag. I'm gonna get a tag, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, it's 3 times the price, and they're not guaranteed, and you can't get it fixed, and there's no warranty. Maybe we'll just wait till you get home. And I got it when I got home, so it was worth it. But
And then you can have the services and things because you're
Yeah.
not dealing with
I
because they
would-
are, it's not the cruise. So when you are in those ships, it's not the cruise line who is the retailer that's going to warranty something like the tag watch. It is whatever party or vendor that is being contracted by the cruise line. And some of those are not US based, and you're not going to have the same protections, especially when you're buying those expensive factors.
Trisha says she's not going to buy jewelry either. The one that gets me is the gold by the inch. Like, are you kidding? I don't want to buy an inch. Who buys an inch of gold?
it's-
And why would you?
No, you're missing it. You don't just buy an inch of gold. You want to buy different lengths for chains, and some people want a 10-inch, some people want a 12. So you're going to pay for that.
I would say most women want at least 10 inches.
Oh, they don't know what that is because men have lied for so long. But well, that's a whole other show.
Are you trying to say Never. not that kind of show? But I like where your head was at. Anyway,
So the moment you pay luxury prices for something you could have gotten way more wallet friendly on land, that's when you're ticked off. But on sea, your vacation brain's kicked in, or you don't have a good Wi-Fi to actually check the real price. And then you just find out later.
Trisha said on Royal, they had a pretty chain in the gold by the inch. I was tempted, but wasn't worth it to me. And I agree. I think that one's, I still can't believe they even have it. I think I had to ask you a couple of times. I'm like, what are those reels of stuff for? And you just laughed at me and they're like, they're selling chains. And I'm like, cut, or is there something special? And you're like, no. Okay. What a waste of money. What a waste of money. All right. I do have a question for the chat. What is the most disappointing thing you've ever paid extra for on a cruise? So, baby,
Tell
what's
us all your emotional damage.
Yep, throw it out there because this is nice. I'm not gonna lie. I might not be in the doghouse tonight. I don't have
Yeah.
to sleep on the couch.
It's still young. It's 8:30.
Yeah, we are like though, and we haven't really disagreed yet. I'm like, this is awesome. Carol, I have bought the gold by the inch and it does keep its color. The costume jewelry rings lose their color. Yep. So, baby, what is the one thing that I would say that you found to be the most disappointing? And you can't just say the NCL Luna. I know you're thinking it.
You took my answer. That's not right. I don't know.
The one thing that I think I was
Oh, you know what? It's the medallion watch thingy that we got on Royal.
oh yeah, the one that we thought was going to be like Princess, but
Princess,
wasn't
yeah.
like Princess, and we
They
had to-
need to still work on that program.
yep,
That wasn't really too expensive, so but
yeah, it was like
it's
15
still-
bucks. We still have them. We can
Yeah.
use them on the next cruise, but they suck. 'Cause I'm still bringing my card because it doesn't work half the time.
Yeah, you got locked out of the room. I don't know how many times.
I was not very You're like, who is it? The same person that it was 5 minutes ago, right? That thing was not a lot of fun. All right. So my cousin paid for it, but the Seuss breakfast on Carnival, we went for her daughter. It was not wowed. It wasn't worth the price to eat at tables with Cat in a Hat and then see the characters in costume. All right. So for me, and I know you're not going to agree with this, you might agree with this. The worst thing that we had was on our Harmony sailing was Sabor. When we went for the Mexican,
Oh yeah, thank God they're getting rid of that restaurant.
God, that was so bad. We paid for that. And I think we didn't even we had to go to MDR right after we left to have dinner.
No, we didn't. We actually went to the buffet because MDR was closing down. And you know me, I hardly ever eat the buffet.
And you
That's
said
like
the
last
buffet was
option.
very- that was horrible. The food was bad. The service was slow. And we were like, there was only 3 people in the restaurant. We're like,
We
"Wow,
thought we should have figured out. Yeah.
3 people in the restaurant. Figure it out. All right. So what's your worst disappointing moment? Not worst, just most disappointing moment. I gave you enough time there.
That we paid for?
Yep. Because it's going to lead us into our next one. I promise.
Probably not the chef's table that we did, but the one where we did the tour. The tour was cool. The kitchen tour. The food at the end though was okay, and then I guess it ties in because it's Harmony again. It's that one weird restaurant, Wonderland. The bar
Wonderland.
was fabulous. I loved their drinks, but
The drinks
that
were fun.
restaurant, that was more your speed than weird science, gastronomic, whatever.
That
stuff.
chocolate around the world thing was, I still think about
That
that.
was cool. I did like that, but whatever that tomato stuff in a test tube was like vomit. Not recommend.
All right. So that leads us right in here. Food for me at the Windjammer and main dining room. Let me put a little context in here. Susan actually thought the food at the Windjammer and main dining room were better than specialty dining. And I would agree at some of that. I think this statement just offended 50 people across the internet, right? And
And then another
54
50 stood up like it's a standing ovation.
Absolutely. So specialty dining, I think it's becoming less specialty. The food quality is okay. The service is always better. I will say the service, with the exception of Sabor, is always better. But there's nothing special about these restaurants anymore.
Not
Going for
really. I think a couple of them have been. That French restaurant was very unique and I liked it. I also, that was on NCL, Luna,
thanks, DC.
the Le Bistro. And now I really liked the park. Is it 150 Park or Park 150? Whatever that was called on Royal. Those, I
150
think,
Central Park.
I think those were probably two of the better specialty restaurants. And the steakhouses, they always get these raving reviews. So I don't know if these people are just going to Texas Roadhouse and
No,
thinking this is great, but I was
careful,
not impressed.
careful. You're going to dump out our chat here. I know half the people here love Cagney's on NCO, and we
Well,
were like,
no, it was okay. I don't think it was what it probably once was. Because we used to think the same with Chops. Remember, years
Yeah.
ago, we loved Chops. That it's now okay.
it's okay. You can get the exact same meal in MDR. And while, yes, the steak is better, you can still get the steak from Chops or from Cagney's in
$10-15 versus maybe 25 versus spending
Or
50
50.
to 60
Yeah.
at going to the restaurant.
Absolutely. Trisha says Chibang was disappointing. It wasn't bad, just wasn't what I thought it or hoped. And that's where I'm going to put this this next one up. All right. So throw your number in the chat. 1, I always book it. 2, the buffet and MDR chaos for me, please. 3, only on special occasions. Or 4, I've never actually tried it. So throw your number up in chat. Let us know how you feel about specialty dining.
For me, I think sometimes the MDR is fabulous. We've had some really good experiences in almost every selling, not just one. But then there's others that it's a character building experience.
Absolutely.
It really helps your patience.
So DC did say Cagney's last time was okay, but it's usually much better. And Miss Tricia says MDR and buffet chaos for me, please.
Yeah, I know you're a Windjammer love kind of guy, but to me, most buffets are chaos. But at the end of the day, after Sabor, for instance, it's a dependable type of chaos. You know exactly what you're getting. You can get a little bit of everything. And at the end of the day, you have food, right? That's, I don't know. I just don't like people hovering behind me waiting for my table. That annoys me.
Oh, there you go. DC says it's cheaper to use your specialty dining on Cagney than to buy steak in the MDR. FAS dining is 20, MDR upsell is 25. There we go. And I didn't know that. I know in Royal, Royal and Carnival, you can get their steak in, and it's usually much cheaper than booking the specialty dining. So I'm also going to ask the chat, name one specialty restaurant that's absolutely worth the money every time you've gone. Baby, you said you had 2, Central Park 150, and what was the other one?
The Bistro.
Well,
on
Bistro.
Luna.
Carol says, have only done it twice, teppanyaki on MSC and NCL Steakhouse on Carnival. I had good experiences. For me, I will say, Will says Carnival's teppanyaki. He loves it. I love doing the teppanyaki at sea, but not because the food. I love the show. I love it's with the cruise community. I love the fact that you start off as strangers, you become friends by the end of it. Everybody's singing, everybody's having a good time. That to me is cool. But the one that I absolutely think was hands down the best we've had was Le Bistro on Luna. I thought that was by far the best specialty dining that I've ever done. And Gigi's Asian Kitchen on Carnival says Miss Trisha. All right. So I do have to share a chat one of these now because let me pull it up. This one caught me off guard just a little bit. Okay. Not because of what it says, just how much thought and effort went into what he was saying. This is Ephraim from.
Oh, wow. That's a lot to read. If you want to read it aloud
Yes,
there.
it is. Yes, it is. Corkage fees. I completely understand cruise lines need to make money, but to me, there is a big difference between charging for a service and making that the main intent. For example, we just came back from a beautiful Alaska cruise with Holland America. My wife and I are wine lovers, and we had always liked to take a bottle of wine to enjoy on the balcony. Sound familiar, baby? Holland America charges $20 a bottle, which is fair for the
I
service.
think CL does though. Too.
Yep. Where it crosses the line for me is that on the last night of the cruise, our stateroom steward dropped off a letter saying that we consumed a bottle of wine in a public area and were charged $50 corkage fee. We were shocked. I'm just going to hide those for a second because they are in the way. We were shocked. We will always come prepared to pay the corkage fee if we open the bottle in the dining room. We didn't know that enjoying a bottle on our private balcony would be subject to a corkage fee that was more than 2 times the regular fee. This is nickeling and diming at its finest, and quite frankly ruined the last night on the ship. We will not be sailing with HA again. I was like, whew. He actually private messaged me after he said that. He was talking, he said the cruise was amazing. Holland America had done such a good job right up until that point.
And that ruins the whole vibe, right?
Mm.
And I don't think it's not about the money. Cruise lines are a for-profit company. They should make money. We're spending our money. We're giving it to them. We're choosing to give it to them.
Cruises spend money all day long, right?
Yeah. That and it's not cheap. We book the cruises. Everybody, or I won't say everybody, the majority of us in this room or chat location here has purchased a cruise, and they're not cheap. It's just, you don't want to feel like every little thing comes with another charge.
Trish does say, now that sounds like they didn't read the policies beforehand and expected one cruise line to be the same as the other. DC asked which one.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Holland. Will says, I wouldn't have paid for it. It means it sucks, but you do have to do your research. And I agree. That is part of it. You have to know what you're getting into before you get on the ship. And
it's not the first 20. It's the 5th, the 6th, the whatever. And to that point, Trish, I agree that they need to know the policies. But I personally would think my balcony is part of a private space, not public.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna put up our last poll for the evening. Oh, why isn't it not going up? You can only have one. Oops.
We have too much going on there.
I had too much going on there. What's worse? Type your number in the chat, and we're just gonna make it simple. 1, paying more, or 2, feeling nickel and dimed. So this one's a really straightforward one. For me, the corkage fees weren't bad. I would have been mad if I had to pay this anyway, right? There is no way. Like, how would they even know? Were they watching them on the balcony other than the empty bottle? But they could have got that from a restaurant, right? It just poor taste. For me, the one we didn't talk about and the number one answer, I'm gonna throw that up. Wow, did a room steward have to come to their room to open the bottle? I wonder. When I bring a bottle of wine, I bring a wine opener, as do we, and get a glass from the bar and carry it to dinner. Absolutely. If it's already open, there's not a whole lot there they can say there. And everyone says
2.
Feeling like nickel and dime. Which one is it for you, baby?
The nickel and diming. That's when it stops feeling like a vacation and it feels more like a subscription service that you can't cancel, or you've been trying to cancel and can't figure out how.
Put that one back down. So for me, this is where I'm going to tie it all back together. The number one answer. Are you ready for the number one answer? Over 1,000 comments total on this question. 600 of them mentioned this. And it is the one that I have been trying to solve forever. You ready?
Go for it.
High five. The number one answer that people absolutely hate paying for.
No, I hate paying for that. 100%. I think in today's society, it really should just be part of the experience, like running water.
For me, it comes down to the car payment. We talked about it with the drink package. It's really expensive. For one device, you're looking 7-day sailing, $200. You have 2 people in the room, it's $400 for Wi-Fi. And it's horrible. Starlink is not that good yet. Not at sea, at least, right? We tried to do some stuff where maybe that it was going to work. We found out, no, it's not going to work. It's going to be very much the same. And why pay extra for it, even though it's cheaper? But it's all pretty much the same. And I do want to put up the numbers. Everybody is saying too. We've got DC, Trisha, Will, Carol, and our super mod Danny Dizzle coming in with number 2. I can't understand how cruise lines can look at cruisers with a straight face and go, hey, your Wi-Fi is going to be $500. And then you can't get connected. You can't, it's just, that's the one thing that drives me absolutely bonkers. So after 79,000 views, 10,000 reactions, and over 1,000 comments, what do you think we learned?
That we learned that cruisers agree exactly on nothing.
One person's biggest regret.
There's another person's, I'm going to do that again on my next cruise. And you and I are the same though. There's times that I'll go do something and you're like, no, not again.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to go watch you play trivia or categories ever.
Oh, that's free. So don't.
Is it? It takes time, and time is not free.
No, whatever. You're on the ship. You're not going anywhere.
So the smartest cruisers aren't the ones who never spend money, because we spend money every time, right? Every time we go, we spend money.
Yeah, they're the ones that know what it's worth for them, what it's worth for me, what it's worth for Matt, what's it worth for you. You know what you are wanting to spend your money on and what that value is to it.
And that's exactly why we actually started doing these questions. Not to mention the fact, I got to say it because this was crazy to me. This question broke my Facebook page. And
we had to verify who you were.
They had to verify me. It is the first time I was smiling and upset at the same time because I was engaging with someone. In the middle of the engagement, Facebook goes, we need to verify you're a human. And I was like,
because they saw an uptick in activity.
Yeah, because of the massive spike of this one question, I had to verify, put in my driver's license, put in a secondary code, and then wait almost an hour to be able to respond to this person that I was actively chatting with. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. That's what was crazy about this question. There's only been one other one. And Trish will go to categories and trivia. Probably won't play, but enjoy the entertainment. It is
no,
crazy.
I'm competitive. So you
chairs will be thrown. Have you ever seen the Monopoly memes? If she doesn't win, chairs will be thrown.
Oh, so dramatic. So that's exactly why we ask these questions, right? Because hearing from fellow cruisers, we get an understanding of different perspectives.
And the internet writes a better show than I could ever do it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stories out there. We've only had our own personal experiences, but hearing about other people's experiences and being able to share them, good or bad, it gives us stuff to talk about.
I am going to share that beginning announcement before we leave again, because we have some more people. But I do want to share this. If I went on a cruise, I would just hang with my YouTube friends and do any shows or activities they do, like trivia, and watch that or play bingo. If anyone loves bingo, they have bingo. And lots of people talked about bingo on this one. They talk crazy about bingo.
They are passionate about their bingo.
It was like, it was crazy.
Our daughter, she actually, remember, she hasn't sold in a while. And she goes, do you have any bingo daubers? I'm like, why the hell would I have a bingo dauber?
Because we're going on a cruise and we got to play bingo. And I'm like, they're like $20 a card. And she's like, for what? 1 or for 3? I'm like, no, you get 12 numbers and hope you
you get a card.
1 card for, and some of them were, it was like $40. I'm like, $40? What the hell? How many games are we playing? 1. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did want to share that announcement again. And it's a quick 60 seconds. A lot of you have been asking us for months if there was another way to support us and what we're building besides watching YouTube. I finally did it. Our Patreon account is live. Patreon is simply for the people who've been asking for a little more, some behind the scenes, more conversations, more access. We do have a free membership and then 2 others on there. One's called the Founding Crew. The other is Katrina's Captain's Table, because again, there is absolutely no pressure. We just wanted to finally give you an option because so many have asked. I will share out the link in the description if you guys want to see it. If not, just head over to Patreon at Cat and Matt. Okay.
Got a biggest regret here from Carol.
Okay, so I have an answer. Sorry to say I regretted playing bingo or paying for a bingo card. My absolutely biggest regret. See, even bingo.
But we had Danny. She was on a cruise with the Make-A-Wish and they almost won a bingo, so they had fun.
I absolutely. Yeah, I can link it for you. I'll throw it here in chat here.
DC, if it makes you feel better, I don't have the link either. So this was an announcement to me too.
So it literally went live this morning. I was setting it up for it. Please, guys, again, no pressure. Go check us out. Even if you just join our free, it's pretty cool. We already have our podcast up there, our intro video, and a couple of posts for you guys to take a look at. And Danny did say, I think my little brother.
I thought you were announcing that we had flipped over to the Alviva for Halloween cruise.
Well, everybody now knows that. Do you want me to do it again? We have flipped over. We're no longer on Carnival. We're now going on NCL 4.0. And oh, by the way, DC said we could bunk with him.
Hey, DC, we're also bringing, I don't know, are they our son and daughter-in-law, but they're not really. They're by proxy.
Think I'm on. Yeah, Eddie, I told Eddie and I said, hey, we're going to announce it. And within 15 minutes, he had told it.
Eddie told everybody. I don't think you tell. Eddie is not one you tell secrets to.
Probably not a good one. I will say Trisha did say played bingo once. My cousin paid for the cards. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. It was fun, but wouldn't do it again. Yeah. And so you're right. You're not.
He doesn't want to be in the doghouse. He's just gonna click videos and put me in it.
Absolutely. Only on the day bed at Paradise Beach. So that wasn't what we agreed on. I thought I got top bunk. And Trish and Eddie stole our thunder. Not my solo cabin. And yep, he did. He really did steal my thunder.
Is Jen not gonna be at Halloween?
Solo.
So
All right,
sad.
guys. We appreciate you guys coming out. Always, we have a great time, great engagement tonight. Really appreciate you answering the chat. We hope you had fun. Baby, I didn't say it earlier, so I'm going to say it now. You look freaking amazing.
Thank you.
You do. Every time I come on, I look at that camera and I go, good Lord, why is she with me? I don't get it. Will we see you? We'll be out there on Saturday for the morning after. And we actually have Eddie and Alice coming on our show on Saturday. Really excited to get to know them a little better. And of course, we'll be back Wednesday with another Ship Happens Raw. Till we see you again, guys.
Bye, everyone. I cut you off. Sorry.
You got to wait till I end the live stream.
Another show's in the books. Another night talking ship, cruise chaos, bad decisions, good memories, and probably a few differing opinions. It's exactly how we like it. Seriously though, thanks for hanging out with us. Whether you're planning your next cruise, already counting down, or just escaping real life for a little while, we really appreciate you being here. That's what this community's about. Real people, real cruise talk, the stuff cruisers actually talk about after dinner, at the pool bar, or standing on a balcony. No polished travel ads, no fake hype, just the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous side of cruising. And honestly, that's the fun of it. So wherever your next getaway takes you, we hope it's filled with good people, strong drinks, ocean breeze, late nights, and stories worth talking about long after you get home. Until next time, keep cruising smarter, not harder. Good night, everybody.